My task today is simple, but extremely important. As you're aware, we have been experiencing vandalism, destruction, and tampering with water resources and water infrastructure, which has increased in recent years. As you're also aware, water and the infrastructure that delivers water to the people of Kenya, it's a very essential commodity, very essential infrastructure, but also very delicate, because any unauthorized access to water sources or water infrastructure can cause tremendous security risks for the country. The water sector, just like energy sector, we consider them sectors that require special protection by our security agencies, as well as critical corridors of roads and railways and airports. You would not want to imagine what could happen to the people of Kenya if people with criminal intent were able to access water reservoirs, dams, and the entire infrastructure that brings water to our towns, our villages, our cities. In that connection, the government has decided to categorize water infrastructure as part of the critical infrastructure, and therefore, going forward, water and water infrastructure are going to be under the protection of the Critical Infrastructure Police Unit, CIPU, with the special deployment which we are announcing today. Likewise, I have gazetted, effective this month, water infrastructure, water reservoirs, and all critical water sources as part of critical infrastructure that falls under the Protected Areas Act, which provides for special protection and which provides for procedures of removal from persons who might be found in those places without authorization. We have had attempts by criminals who want to vandalize this infrastructure for economic reasons, but we also have had attempts by criminals who wanted or who would have wanted to access these critical resources and critical infrastructure to attack our country's security. Therefore, going forward, it is important that the people of Kenya familiarize themselves with the implications of the gazettement of this critical infrastructure so that they avoid accessing these places unless one is authorized to do so in the first instance. The same applies to electricity pylons and high voltage power lines, because access to this infrastructure by criminals could plunge the country into untold crisis. And therefore, water and water infrastructure, the critical infrastructure in the water sector now falls part of the gazetted critical infrastructure, and it's now protected under an enhanced critical infrastructure police unit deployment, which will be assessing from time to time to be able to know the needs from the Ministry of Water. And as I have said, this gazettement means that these areas now fall part of the Protected Areas Act. That is all for today. I have the apologies of the Minister for Water. was just to make it clear that going forward, water now and the critical infrastructure that supports our water supply in our cities, in our towns, in our villages is a protected category under the law, because we have already issued the necessary Gazette notices. Thank you, have a good afternoon, and God bless you.